In 1998, a 5-year-old boy from New Jersey stunned his family, and eventually the world, with a story so bizarre, so impossibly detailed, and so hauntingly accurate that it's either the most elaborate coincidence in modern memory or undeniable proof that reincarnation might just be real. This isn't just another ghost story. This isn't a kid with a vivid imagination. This is a case with names, dates, locations, and confirmed historical details that a kindergartner should have no way of knowing. So grab a snack, dim the lights, and prepare to go deep into one of the strangest reincarnation stories ever recorded. The case of James Leininger. Wait, no, this one's lesser known and even stranger. This is the case of Noah Evers, the boy from New Jersey who remembered being a firefighter in 1930s Chicago. And if you're into mysterious stories, chilling twists, and mind-blowing connections, don't forget to like and subscribe. Trust me, this is one rabbit hole you're going to want to fall into. The first signs it started like many of these cases do, quietly. Noah Evers was just 5 years old when he began having vivid nightmares. Not the usual monsters under the bed kind. These were intense, disturbing. Screams, fire, smoke, and the unmistakable sound of a fire engine bell. His parents, Maria and David, assumed it was just childhood anxiety. Maybe a scary movie at daycare? Maybe a siren passing by at the wrong time? But then came the drawings. Noah began sketching detailed pictures of fire stations, not just generic ones, but vintage fire trucks with specific hose placements, old-school firefighter gear, and even uniforms with badges that read Engine 22. His crayon-sketched blueprints had alarmingly accurate layouts of a building they didn't recognize. When his mom casually asked, "Where did you learn this?" he replied without missing a beat, "I worked there before when my name was Thomas." Excuse me, what? Meet Thomas. Over the next few months, Thomas became a regular guest at the dinner table. Noah would speak in the first person about things no 5-year-old should know. He described the layout of 1930s Chicago streets, the Prohibition-era slang, even the gritty, smoky haze of working as a firefighter during a time when most gear was barely protective at all. He claimed Thomas was 28 years old when he died in a warehouse fire in 1937. He remembered trying to save a man trapped on the second floor before the building collapsed on top of him. The most chilling part? He described the moment of death as falling through the smoke into silence. Let me ask you, how does a 5-year-old come up with that? His vocabulary changed. He began saying things like, "The kid's got moxie," or referring to his juice box as giggle water. His parents thought he'd been watching old movies, but they checked. Nothing like that was ever played in the house. Confirmation from history. This is where things go from weird to downright disturbing. David, Noah's dad, decided to dig into this Engine 22 thing. After a few phone calls and a trip to the local library, he discovered something chilling. There really was an Engine 22 in Chicago. Even more shocking? In March of 1937, a firefighter named Thomas Granger died in a warehouse blaze in Southside Chicago. Public records confirmed it. There was even a photo of the crew, and when shown to Noah, he pointed without hesitation and said, "That's me. That's Thomas." Now, skeptics will say it could be a coincidence, or even a case of implanted memories. But the Evers family had no ties to Chicago. No old newspapers. No firefighter relatives. Nothing to suggest Noah could have absorbed this info passively. And get this, Thomas Granger had no living descendants. He died unmarried. No kids. No family. So how did this little boy in suburban New Jersey channel him with such eerie precision? The psychiatrists take at this point, the Evers family turned to a child psychiatrist, Dr. Melinda Reyes, who had studied similar past life memory cases in children. Dr. Reyes noted that Noah displayed classic signs seen in reincarnation cases: early onset of memories, ages 2 to 6, emotionally charged recollections, and a gradual fading of detail after age 7. She recorded hours of sessions where Noah, sometimes mid-play, would suddenly shift into Thomas mode, recalling names, addresses, even the firehouse dog's name. Bingo! Here's the kicker. A retired firefighter who served at that same station in the 1960s confirmed that old-timers used to talk about Bingo the Dalmatian, who died in the 30s. That's a detail not even in public records. So, either Noah had access to some sort of historical matrix, or something stranger was going on. Reincarnation cases around the world. Now, if you're thinking this is a 1 in a million case, think again. There are thousands of documented reincarnation stories like this. Ever heard of James Leininger, the boy who remembered being a World War II pilot? Or Shanti Devi, the girl from India who stunned scholars by recalling her past life in a different city with intimate details? What makes Noah's case so compelling, though, is the lack of media exposure. His parents never sought fame. There was no book deal, no TV special. Just a quiet submission to the University of Virginia's Division of Perceptual Studies. Yes, that's a real department that studies consciousness and the possibility of reincarnation. If you're intrigued by this, definitely look into the work of Dr. Ian Stevenson. He documented over 2,500 cases of children recalling past lives, often with physical birthmarks or phobias matching the past life's cause of death. Guess what? Noah had a red birthmark on his chest, right where Thomas reportedly suffered fatal burns. A coincidence? Maybe. Or maybe not. Theories and speculation. Okay, let's talk theories. What could explain this? Cryptomnesia, where forgotten knowledge resurfaces as new. Maybe Noah somehow absorbed historical details unconsciously. But how would he know about Bingo the dog? Collective consciousness, a Jungian idea that memories are stored in a universal human database. Could Noah have tapped into that? Simulation theory. Are we living in a coded reality where past lives are actually recycled characters? Or is reincarnation real? This opens up massive philosophical questions. What if your traumas, your dreams, your fears aren't yours at all? What if they're echoes from someone else's life? Let me know in the comments. Do you believe in reincarnation? Have you or someone you know ever experienced something that can't be explained? Where is Noah now? So what happened to Noah? According to a 2017 update from Drive Reyes, Noah's memories began to fade around age 8. By 10, he couldn't recall most of Thomas's story. He said it was like a dream that got blurry. He's now in his 30s, reportedly working in emergency services, a paramedic in New Jersey. Still drawn to saving lives, still fascinated by fire and rescue. He's declined interviews but once told Dr. Reyes off camera, "I don't remember much anymore. But I know I was him. And I think he was me for a reason." Let that one simmer. So, what do you believe? Is Noah's story proof of a soul that survives death? A mind that travels between lives? Or just an astonishing case of subconscious genius? Hit that like button if the story gave you chills, and drop a comment with your thoughts. Have you ever had déjà vu so intense it felt like a memory from another life? And if you love stories like this, from reincarnation to true crime to celebrity scandals with a twist, subscribe and ring the bell so you never miss another mystery. Until next time, keep questioning the world around you. Because sometimes, the strangest stories are also the truest ones.